so my bow is attached and I'm ready to add in the ribbon. So I'm going to put it up here so you guys can see it a little better. But what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 loops through the swag.
Okay.
Okay. And you can start on your left side or your right side. And actually, if you're doing double doors, I would start one on the left and one on the right.
Do you start it like where the bow is, or over?
Yes, so it's almost going to be a continuation of the bow. It's going to be a tail, and then we'll go into our loops.
And you cut this first?
We're not going to cut it. Okay. Nope, not till the very end.
Gotcha.
So what I'm going to do, here's my bow. I'm going to come up kind of in the top corner.
Okay.
And I'm going to use 2 branches, and I'm going to secure it. So you'll have a tail coming out the side.
Okay.
So just like that, you're going to have about a 6-inch tail, and then press it in and just secure that around. Absolutely. Okay, perfect. Just kind of pull these down and it'll just look like a continuation of your bow. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make our first loop, and I'm going to keep it to the side because when I come in and put my pumpkins down the middle, I'm going to need room to do that. So I'm going to take probably 24 inches, bring it in like this,
But not tight.
not real tight, you want to leave it kind of loose, and then I'm just going to wrap branches around it. And once I've done that, I can even pull it out a little bit.
Is that on the side or in the middle?
It's on the side.
Is that good?
It's good. Okay. Perfect. Okay, and then this is a little designer trick. So what we're going to do, we're actually going to kind of jog up just a little bit and then start our next loop.
Jogging in or out?
So we're going to jog up and in.
So hide it.
So I'm going to kind of make room.
Okay.
Bring it up just a few inches. And then secure it with a branch.
And that one could be tight?
That can be tight, yes. Perfect. Okay, and see, now I have a loop on this side, and you can see my second loop is ready to start on this side, like this. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to make another loop, not quite as big this time, so we're going to have 3 total. And same thing, you're just going to wrap a branch around it. And leave the remainder hanging. Perfect. That looks great, Tristan. Okay, perfect. And I might just pull it just a little bit to the side. And see, it's not real taut. We're leaving it loose because we're going to fill in with pumpkins. Perfect. Okay, and now we're going to make one last small loop. And for this one, you don't need to do any jogs, just kind of pull it a little bit to the side. And then bring it down to the bar. Just like that. And once it's in it, see mine's a little tight, I'm just going to pull it out loose. Just like that. That looks great. Perfect. Beautiful.
Okay, that was easy.
All right, so now we're going to cut. We're going to leave a tail. So I'm going to say maybe 10 inches.
Should it extend beyond the end of the
You want
swag?
it to extend beyond the end of the swag.
Like
So give it
inches?
maybe 4 or 5 inches. So I'm going to cut it at an angle.
And we do that so it won't fray?
Yes. And it just looks finished. Okay, and then see, I still have ribbon left after doing my bow and my loops, and I'm going to use this, and I'm going to add in another tail, 2 tails on the side. So what we'll do, pull that on. This is kind of long. I'll actually cut this a little bit, but I'm going to cinch it in the middle, and I'm just going to find that same spot where my tail was, and twist that around. So see, now I have 3 tails. These are a little long. I'm going to cut them down so they're about 24 inches. And I'm going to cut them at angles. Just gives it a nice decorative finish. two that we just added in can be even longer. So I'd give it maybe 6 inches cast. Okay, perfect. And you can see you've got your 3 tails, all your ribbons in, and we're ready to add in our pieces. So that's our first layer, yay! That's the hardest part too.
It is?
Yes. All right, I'm actually going to go back to the table. When I add in all my other pieces, I'll usually do a layer and I'll place it.
Okay.
And then that way I can make any adjustments before gluing it in. All right, so our ribbon is in. We're going to move on to our bigger pieces. These are your focal items in this swag. And you know what the great thing is? You can even take this technique and it can translate into Christmas swag or even a wreath as well. So we're going to work with an odd number. We're going to use 3.
Okay.
3 is always a good number in design.
And I love how this pumpkin matches mine.
Yes, they look darn adorable.
Yes.
So what we're going to do, we're going to take our biggest piece. So I'm going to use this orange pumpkin.
Okay.
You would grab your chevron one. And we're going to put our biggest piece near the top. So actually I'm just going to kind of just push it down a little bit, the greenery. And I'm going to place all my pumpkins before gluing them. I'm just going to kind of stick it in there. I want this piece angled out.
Measure once, cut,
And actually angle it in towards you just a little bit.
measure twice, cut once.
Yep. Yes, ma'am. Okay, and then I'm going to take my next one, and you might pull this just to the side a little bit. And same thing, I'm going to kind of push my greenery down. I'm going to get my placement where I want it. So see her stem's facing this way, this one's facing the other way. That's perfect. That's exactly how we want it to look. And then we're going to take our small pumpkin, and this is going to go near the bottom. So see, we started with our biggest, and we went down and in scale. So this little guy is going to go right in here. Make this stem facing the other direction. Perfect. All right, placement looks good. This would be the time to make any adjustments. I love the way it's looking, so I'm going to go ahead and glue mine in.
And the hot glue will be enough to hold all of these.
Yes, ma'am. Lots of hot glue.
Sweet!
You never have too much. So I'm just going to start, just load it with glue.
Just load it, huh?
Load it. Tons of glue.
And I guess work fast so your glue doesn't
Yes.
dry before
Exactly.
you.
And so I'm going to kind of push it out and shove it in here. Hold it down a little bit so it'll stay. Okay, now I'm ready for the next one. Same thing,
Same
lots of glue. That sucker's not going anywhere. And I'm just going to press it down. Perfect. Okay. And then my middle guy. It's going to go right here at the bottom. So see, same exact technique, 2 completely different looks. Okay, so ribbons are our first layer, then we come in, our second layer is our bigger pieces.
Okay.
Now we're going to fill in with leaves and with berries. Okay, and this is really what gives it the dimension and the texture and really creates the finished look. Okay, this is a great piece. It's got leaves, acorns, it has different colors, different textures, pine cones, pumpkins, it's got it all. So what we're going to do, we're going to use 2 of these,
Okay.
and we are going to cut them at their natural breaks. Okay, so this piece here, we're going to separate into 3 separate pieces. So I'm going to take my wire cutters, I'm going to cut right there where that breaks. Okay,
So like at
that's
the joints.
at the joints, exactly. And you guys, this is really an area where you can have a lot of creative freedom. Leaves, berries, anything that you have around the house can become a filler.
These work great.
These
As
are
opposed to
fabulous.
scissors.
Yes. I've got a natural joint. That's a nice little sprig. It has a sunflower on it. And then I've got a bigger piece. This is what I'm actually going to use to fill in at the bottom. I don't need that stem so long, so I am going to cut it down about halfway. Okay. So again, I'm going to do all of my placement, and then I'll come back and glue. I'm going to start with the biggest piece.
Okay.
We're going to insert this right at the base of our swag. See how nice that fills in?
That's lovely. I wouldn't have thought to do this. I naturally would have tried to put the biggest one at the top.
Right, because that's what's at the top.
Yes.
Looks
good.
But that gives it fullness and
Sure.
dimension. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my other two pieces. I'm going to work on my right side. And I'm going to come in like the joints between the pumpkins. That's a great place to start, kind of on the sides. And you're just filling in right now. So I've got one at the top, one in the middle, one at the bottom. Perfect. That looks great. Love it. And then the same thing with, I'm going to come back with my second pit. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to cut it at its natural joints. And this is the same pit. Just using two of it. And now I'm going to go along the other side. So wherever I see holes, I'm going to fill in. I've got one here, so I'm going to maybe do this one on this side. Okay. And don't be scared of it. It's really forgiving.
It really is.
And you can change things. The good news is just hot glue. You can pull it out if you don't like it. So I've got one here. I'm going to do one kind of over here near the bow.
So do we do odd numbers? So it's 5, or do we do 6?
We're going to do 6 on this one. Just to use all of the product. And we're going to fill in with some other berries too. So. Okay. Love it. And I'm just going to hold it up. It's not glued in yet. But it's starting to take shape and really fill in. Okay, the next piece I'm going to use, it's a fern leaf.
So we don't glue yet?
We're not going to glue quite
Okay,
yet. Pretty
okay.
soon. But not quite.
excited?
I know, it's taking shape. It's looking beautiful. Grab your fern leaf. This is an easy, nice filler piece to work with. We're just going to pull them all up.
Okay.
And then we're going to take our wire cutters and just start cutting the branches.
Just one by one.
One by one. All right, so now we have our sprigs. Again, this is just filler, so I mean, the main point of this is wherever you see holes, you just want to give it fullness and dimension. So we're just going to go through, if I put one here, then my next one's going to go on the other side, and I'm just working.
So zigzag my
Kind
way
of
up.
zigzagging our way up, exactly. Perfect. And look, I have some that are going up at an angle, I have some that are going down. I also want to make sure I have some pieces at the top too, so I'm actually going to put a few above my bow. Okay, and I'm going to hold it up so you can see, and then I think we'll go ahead and glue it. Alrighty. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to glue in all my pieces. So I'm just going to start at the bottom and work up. So I'll just pull each sprig out. Put glue around the tip part of it, the stem, and then I'm just going to insert it into the greenery, and that'll hold it.
Do you have a video?
I do. And actually that's a great point, Trisha. What I like to do at the end, I call it my field test, and where I go back at the end and I pull on every spray to see if it's loose, and if it is loose, that's a great time to correct it. The last thing that we're going to do is we're going to fill in with this fabulous garland. It has all different sizes, shapes, berries, lots of texture, these fabulous little leaves. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut them into small sections. Again, kind of just like we did with the pig, following the natural break. So like this is going to be a section here. I'll even do some that are just leaves. That's kind of a neat piece to add in.
How many do you need of these?
Again, this is just kind of a filler, so I'll probably use the entire garland and just fill in wherever I have holes. I'm going to set that to the side though for right now, and I'm just going to start filling, and as I need some more, I'll pull it back out. Some of these little twigs are fun and they create texture, so I'm actually not going to cut that off. I'm going to leave it.
Okay. And how long should they be? Just at the natural break and then
Just kind of natural breaks. I would say like 6 to 8 inches. This one I would probably cut into 2 parts. So you can have, this could be a piece here, and then this is going to be a separate piece. And I'm going to do a lot of these on the top, going up, so it gives it the dimension going towards us. Okay. So kind of in between our pumpkins, so I'm just kind of placing them there.
so place before you glue again.
Yes. Place before you glue. It's the name of the game.
Do you put anything above the bow?
Yes, and actually make sure whenever we're filling in with the filler, you don't need a lot up there, but I am going to place some coming out like that, just to give you that dimension.
So I wouldn't have thought to have it coming this way. I guess when I think of, you think of a flat wreath, you don't think of it.
Right.
But that adds so much to it.
It does. It just gives it a new shape, new dimension. It creates interest in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, when you're doing your filler, it's just always eyeball it. You're always looking for holes. You want to make sure that it's centered on both sides. If you have too much on one side, then that's when I would pull it out and rearrange it to the other.
So you just stand back from it.
Absolutely. I love it. So once you're happy with your placement, we're just going to come back in with our glue. Last layer, glue all of our berries in.
Okay.
All right, all of my pieces are glued in, so I'm going to do a quick pull test.
Okay.
I'm just going to tug on my pieces to see if they come out. If they do, it's a quick fix. Just add a little more glue. Oh, see, there's one I forgot to glue in. It always happens at least once. How's yours look, Tristan?
Grandpa used to say that my grandma always left one cherry pie pit in every pie on
Oh
purpose.
yeah?
So
Well, there you
that's
go.
it.
It was intentional,
there's got to
wasn't
be
it?
one tug that's gonna be your wishbone.
Hey, Trista, we thank you for being here
This was
today.
so
with
much
us.
fun.
So much fun.
Thank you.
And we hope that you've learned something new that you can take with you.
I love this.
And all of our product today, this is from Decorator's Warehouse. We're located in Arlington, Texas. And everything that we use can be found here in the store. Thank you.